Hello everyone, welcome to day 25 of our 100-day project. Today, instead of music, what we're going to be doing is reading you 3 spooky, scary skeleton stories about the character named Mario. You may have heard of him, maybe not. It's pretty underground, very indie. I mean, I don't know anyone that knows about him, so this is the internet, maybe you do. Okay, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. And our first reading today is the blood-soaked, chilling tale of Mario's mansion. It was a normal day. I had to go to work. My nephews were in school and my dad was still in his grave. While I was printing some papers, I came across something that I couldn't understand. On one paper that I printed, it had a website URL and a code. Soulrame. So I went to the website and one thing popped up. The words, enter code. I entered Soulrame and it took me to an eBay-like website with only one thing for sale. A Wii game called Mario's Mansion. The price was $0.00. I never pass up an offer, so I bought it. Waited a couple days and finally found it in the mail. Excited, I tore open the box and I was angry to see a scratched up and somewhat fractured disc that said Mario's Mansion. Hoping that it would work, I started my Wii and played the game. That was a mistake. The title screen came up with Mario screaming an ear-piercing scream and falling over dead. I muted the TV and restarted the game. Instead of the scream, this time it opened up to a cutscene of a dark forest with Mario and Luigi running. I don't know what they were running from. All I know is that they ran into an old, broken down mansion. As soon as the cutscene ended, I started playing as Mario. The controls barely worked and the camera was fixated on him, and Luigi was just standing in the room paralyzed. The camera moved to show a pitch-black room which the contents could only be seen when lightning would strike. As a bolt of lightning struck, I saw Daisy. Underneath them, covered in blood. No, I understand. They were paralyzed with fear. Mario fell over and glitched through the ground. As this happened, Luigi's head turned, deformed, and twisted in ways that I can't even bring myself to describe. The game turned off. I took the game out, went outside, and smashed the fucking thing into pieces. If ever someone else should make my mistake, may God have mercy on your soul. Hotel Mario, the 13th hotel. I thought it was going to be a normal day. I was just dumping the Mario's hotel source for future uses, but I never expected I'd find that. One of the files dumped was a level. The 13th hotel, which had a unique cutscene. I was so excited to test it. I used my emulator to play it the quickest as possible. The opening cutscene begun. It was the original intro, but Mario was alone. There was a really creepy music in the background. The next scene was the place where Bowser was supposed to stay, but he was not there. Instead, his right hand was still over the rock, but bleeding. In his place, there was what looked like a huge stack of metal bleeding. I was utterly scared at that point. The next scene was the place where Mario and Luigi walks talking about the picnic, but no one was there, not even Mario. That huge red mushroom which was supposed to be there was broken, and there was blood. The skies were gray all the time. Mario reached the front of the kingdom. The board was blank, with huge marks of claws and blood. Mario didn't say nothing, just picked up the letter. The next scene was really unsettling. It was Mario in close-up reading the letter. His eyes were completely black, and the skies changed. Mario was talking in kind of a demonic enchant. In the next scene, I was shocked. He looked to Luigi, who was dead in an iron stack. It said some glitch noises. Mario kept looking at Luigi with an amused glare at the eyes for around 8 seconds. The next scene was the condemned board, but instead it was written, "You are condemned." There were claw marks and lots of blood around the bricks over the soil. Mario comes up, faceless, with the white and black clothes, holding his bread box, which was blank. The background was some sort of red board demons. 2 messages blinked in a frame in the bread box: 13th Hotel and Help Me. The next scene was the princess waving over the pipe. She kept doing that, with the scene blinking sometimes. Then suddenly she disappeared, and there was blood over that pipe. Mario came up with the messed up red color with a hellish style, with static in the background, saying more demonic talking in whispers. Then Ludwig's ruined castle appeared. The scene was looking abandoned, with the mist around the place. Mario appeared again, pointing up, like in the final frame of the intro, but his eyes were black. The background was different and it was glitching up. For a short moment, he had red pupils facing me. Next scene, Mario walked like in the toast cutscene. It was completely black. All what was there was the dead Luigi. Mario stayed like that for a few seconds, and then a close-up. His right eye was popped and hanging out of place, and he was stabbed on the belly. A demonic voice said, "Mario is done for." And static came up, and then my game froze. T for teen, subliminal message. When you look at a game cover, what's the first thing you see? Do you see Mario? Are you a Nintendo fan? Or do you see the next Call of Duty, Ghosts 4, Advanced Modern Black Ops 6? If that, then fuck you. Well, I was getting Super Smash Bros. Brawl for my Wii when I noticed that there was no T for teen on it. I checked with the old man at the thrift shop, and he said, "Shit, it's only 99 cents. So I bought it, not caring about the T not being there. But then, the old man came back saying, "Wait, I have another game for you." He handed me out a game for the 4DS called TTT. So I brought TTT to my house and plugged in my 4DS into the wall. It only had 2% power. I put the disc, the portable systems with the disc readers, in the 4DS and the game started up. I couldn't hear anything. The sound was at high. It turns out the game was a bootleg version of Super Mario Galaxy 3, except it wasn't. Super Mario Galaxy 3 was released 5 years ago, remember? In 2015? Well, they got the game into the 4DS. When Mario reunited with Rosalina, Rosalina's dress became blood red. Almost hyper-realistic blood, if you ask me. Mario's eyes were dark, bleeding, with blood. His entire body seemed inverted. Strange glitches occurred. Walking made Mario bend like a sticky man from the local 25-cent boxes. Except, you could hear his bones crack as he screamed in pain. I couldn't let him not move either. He just started to do the Kirby dance. You know the Kirby dance is the spawn of Satan himself. Mario burst into flames and then bled to death. The T for teen logo appeared in Mario's eyes. I realized what T actually meant. It was to show that Satan is always watching you. The left side is his right eye. The right side is his left eye. His smile? Not even the T can show properly. Think Smile Dog, only more sickening and shit. I got the disc out, destroyed it with a hammer, a laptop, a book, a desk, the 4DS itself, a Marquee, a new computer recently released back in January 2020, and even the disc itself. Yep, I destroyed the disc with itself. Don't ask how. You don't want to know how I bended the disc back, like Mario? And I heard this inner disc stuff break and crack. I could hear Mario screaming, and it came out of the disc. I later went on the internet to find out stuff about this disc. I found what may have been the most cliche fucking thing I've ever read in my sad, sad life. It was a news article. It said, "Mario license retired. Nintendo making no more Mario games." I said, "No. Now I can't play Super Smash Bros. 6 on my Marquee." Apparently Nintendo got so popular that they could make games for PC whether or not they wanted to. Well, at least I can use time travel. If you're reading this in 2014, I traveled back in time to write this creepypasta. Time travel was invented in 2017. Yes, there are flying cars and hoverboards, including self-tying shoes. Gosh, I love self-tying shoes. Just hope the mystical Bigfoot doesn't get you. Bigfoot apparently killed thousands in Australia back in 2015. They were all bananas. But who was phone? Because I got $20 in my pocket. This is fucking awesome. I fucked up.